While I'm gone, you guys are going to be working on a project where you guys are looking at a particular biome and presenting on it. You're going to be making a podcast for it, and you're basically going to be a travel agent who is trying to sell their particular biome as one of the best biomes and where you want to travel to it. And you want to travel to it. The requirements for this project is that you must have a climate graph of a location in your biome. And what you're going to do is you'll search. I'll go through these and I'll kind of talk about them in a minute. You're going to identify and describe at least 4 species of animals and plants, so 8 total that can be found in your biome. You're going to have pictures for that, and you're going to tell us some facts verbally about those organisms. You're also going to have a map showing where your biome is found, identifying major cities and places someone could visit within that biome, any abiotic factors that are in your biome. Pictures, lots of pictures are really good, and you want to keep the words on the screen to a minimum. You want to speak most of your content. This right here, this goes over the background right here of why we're doing this, and the idea is that we're trying to drive more tourism to our biomes, so we're trying to sell our biomes. And we have our problem here, we have our task, we have some challenges right here. We want to keep our podcast pretty short, about 2 minutes or so. We don't want to have too much information. No one wants to hear 30 minutes. What you're going to need is you're going to need to do some research, and then you're also going to need to make a PowerPoint and presentation. This right here is just a repeat of the requirements at the top. And then right below here, this right here is the steps you're going to take, and I've created a lot of movies that go over some parts of iMovie and other things in order to help you to make this project together. So you're going to be exporting your PowerPoint slides as a PNG file. In order to do that, after you make all your PowerPoint slides, you're going to go to File, Save As, and then Save As a format of the PNG. Just save it on your desktop. Don't save it to your H drive. This video will show you how to import those images into iMovie. This one right here will tell you how to make them 30 seconds long. This video right here will tell you how to record the audio over the slides. And then lastly, you got to have the audio match up to the slides, and this one will tell you how to do that. Then it's going to you're going to be able to save it and share it, and then you're going to upload it to YouTube. And then you can choose to make it private, or you could choose to make it unlisted. It's your call, and that's going to be the way you guys are going to turn this stuff in. This right here shows you how you're going to title your video. So your period, which is 6 period, your last name, the name of the biome. So for example, 6 period, my last name is Lauscher in the tundra biome. And then these are the biomes you can choose from: tropical rainforest, dry forest, tropical savanna, desert, temperate grassland, temperate woodland and shrubland, temperate forest, northwestern coniferous forest, the boreal forest, and then lastly the tundra. This is actually part of chapter 4, but I thought it'd work well since I'm going to be gone. If you want to learn more information about these biomes, you can go into chapter 4, and that's going to be on page 100 through about 108 or 106, something like that. And so you can do a little bit of initial research on them, but you have to pick a biome. That's kind of your starting point. So for example of what I'm talking about for a couple of these things I want to show you. This right here is a climate graph, and this is just a climate graph of Kodiak. Climate graphs have 2 important things. They're going to show the temperature and the amount of precipitation. And so if we look at this graph right here, this is showing the temperature and the amount of precipitation that we have in Kodiak. On the left-hand side is the number 12. That means the 12th month. That's December. And then 1 is going to be January. 2 is going to be February, and so forth. And so this shows us right here, you're going to interpret this graph here and says, hey, we get a lot of rain in the winter, in December. And it kind of starts to taper off as we get towards the summer. And then all of a sudden, bam, in October, a lot more rain. And so we tend to get more rain or precipitation in the winter. And then in the summer, not so much. As for our heat, it doesn't really get too hot in the summer, but it doesn't really get too cold in the winter. And we see that on our climate graph here, and our max temperature is 19 degrees Celsius in the summer, and our minimum temperature is about 0 or 1 degrees in Celsius in the winter. Not too hot, not too cold. That's a climate graph. As for the 8 pictures and 8 slides you have to have, not 8 pictures, but 8 slides you have to have for your different organisms, 4 of them are animals, 4 of them are plants. What you're going to do is you're going to have the name of the organism and then some pictures. And then you're going to tell us some facts about it. So in my podcast, I'm going to do this. So the Kodiak brown bear lives in my biome. And the Kodiak brown bear can eat 90 pounds of food in a day as it prepares for hibernation. It tends to eat nuts, berries, fruits, leaves, and roots. It also eats other animals such as rodents and lots of salmon. And they can run up to 30 miles per hour. Wow, that's fast. And then So that would be your typical organism right there, and you would tell us all about it and give us some facts. You want to keep your words with your voice, not on the screen. Lastly, this right here is a graph showing us where our biome is distributed. This is, I believe, dry grasslands or something to that effect right here, and tropical. No, it's not tropical, but it's some dry lands. Regardless, tell us where these places are at. And so, hey, we have my biome right here in the western plains of the United States of America. We have it down here in that's not Ecuador, Brazil area. I think it could be Bolivia, maybe. I don't know my countries. I would look that up though. We have it in South Africa, and then we also have it in Eastern Europe, as well as parts of China and Asia right here. So this is a map of where my biome's done at. So include these things in your podcast. You're going to record it. You're going to do this all in PowerPoint and iMovie. Give me a good recording with good audio and do an awesome project, dudes. Thank you.